Scuderia Ferrari is number 2. They finished second overall in the Constructors Championship, and they came so close to winning their first championship in that regard, or championship of any description actually, since the 2008 season. They fell just short in the end, but their recovery, their improvement from the midpoint of the season towards the end of the season was nothing short of spectacular. They looked down and out after Belgium before the summer break. In the second half of the season, they recovered magnificently, getting some huge wins. Their win at Monza, an emotional win at Monza, no doubt as well. Charles Leclerc getting close to second place in the Drivers' Championship overall behind Lando Norris. He, for me, was one of the standout drivers of this season, without a doubt, showing just how good of a driver he is. I mean, the Ferrari came into some criticism for dropping Carlos Sainz for next season to replace him with Sir Lewis Hamilton. I understand why. Carlos Sainz is a fantastic driver, but Leclerc, for me, this season very much showed why he's number one in that team, why he's top dog in that team, and why both he and Hamilton will have an incredible challenge on next season to try and beat each other. That will be a fascinating battle indeed. But let's focus on how Ferrari performed in 2024, because it has been a very up and down season for them. They improved from third overall last season to second overall this season, which is a massive uptick for sure. I mean, they got second and third in the final race in Abu Dhabi, and I'd say overall they probably had the fastest car of the season coming into that round, although it was very close between them and McLaren, of course. That run very much got McLaren fans such as myself very worried that they were going to overtake McLaren going into the final round of the season. Didn't quite manage it in the end though, but some massive wins this season. I mean, like I said, emotional wins for Charles Leclerc in both Monza and his home race at Monaco, somewhere where he has been so-called cursed over the years. You know, he's not been able to even qualify or, you know, finish a race there before, but he managed to win this time around. There were also victories for Charles Leclerc in the USA, which I didn't really expect to see, and Carlos Sainz got a pair of wins this season as well in Mexico, and of course in Australia. Sainz, for me, one of the performances of the season in Australia. The guy had his appendix removed 2 weeks prior and couldn't compete during the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I imagine he had to be lifted out of the car in between sessions in Australia. That was an incredible feat that he managed to take victory there. One of the performances of the season. And, you know, at times it didn't really work out for Sainz, but, you know, his consistency, I mean, you look at the consistency here. He didn't finish outside of the top 6, actually finish a race outside of the top 6 until Azerbaijan, where of course he was taken out by Sergio Perez, or maybe he took Perez out. 6-1, half a dozen the other. No penalties with that one. So, yeah, Sainz can count himself a little unlucky to get dropped for next season, but he'll do very well at Williams if he performs like he did this season. Overall, for me, despite not winning the Constructors, for me, to see the performance uptick in Ferrari, to see the improvement, I have to give them an A. They were so close to beating McLaren. Their efforts through the season, at times as well, their strategies. Ferrari, for me, they fixed their strategy problems. They had some shockers for sure. Silverstone, Canada, very much shockers. Definitely should have done better there. But towards the end of the season, after that, I don't remember a big strategy error for them. So for me, it's looking very positive for 2025 at Ferrari. And for me, if you excuse the pun, they are dark horses to win both championships next season. They are definitely in a shot. I don't think it's a bold prediction at all to say that they are in with a shout of that. It's going to be a fascinating battle between them, Red Bull, and our final team, the Constructors Championship in 2024, McLaren.